able to fix the crisis in social care, for example, though that's not the only problem within social care. Coming back to the issues that we need to focus on to build momentum and mobilise the public into action, I agree with Alan and James that UDES has been a great example of an issue that can transcend the left-right divide and unite people from across the political spectrum, as is net zero, which together we'll be campaigning and mobilising the public against in coming months. That said, I also think social care presents a huge opportunity, a huge potential to unite the public from across the political divide. And the reason for that is that, as June Slater has often talked about, this is an issue that impacts us all, that our social care and health system are broken, utterly, utterly broken. And yes, throwing money will not fix the problem. There are so many issues that need to be fixed. But, you know, as well as needing leaders to lead us as we move forward, we also, as Alan said, we need to have faith in the public, not only to, you know, to support political campaigns, but actually to take action themselves and to think about what's needed themselves. For far too long, the public have been kept out of political decision making. And if we think of the dire state of social care services and the fact that there are now 9 million citizens currently providing unpaid care because the system is so broken and there's just no capacity, it's easy to see the potential this has. And this is something that the Together Social Care Cabinet Group is going to be working on in the coming months. And what we are planning to do is to so what I'm trying to say is that we need to unite the public, and we can do that not only by building a political program for change, but also involving people in their local communities. People need to feel that they have agency. For far too long, they've been cut out of the decision-making process, and we need to get the public involved. But they can only do that if they feel they have agency. For far too long, they've been denied that opportunity, and that's what we plan to do at this Together Social Care Cabinet Work Group. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mana. That was great. Okay, let's go Iggy Sams, and then we're going to go to Burton Coggles. Sue Loveday, we did bring you up, and we lost you, and a few others. But anyway, we're down to 11, so let's get everyone done.
Hi, thank you for the chance to speak. Who I am is not important at the moment. A few people in this room know who I am. And when I listen to everything that's being said, there are many issues, micro, mid-scale and macro. And everyone comes at it from a little bit of a different perspective, but you're looking for essentially what is commonality, usable commonality amongst people. And what I would offer is this: we have always been in an asymmetric war. And the word revolution can mean many things to different people in terms of degrees of violence and radical degrees of change, or the step change and a more peaceful way. But change is the real word. Now, if you accept that you are in an asymmetric war, you will be able to correctly understand your resources and pick tactics. COVID shows you that about 65% of the human population around the globe is not going to join a revolution. It's going to do what it's told by the institutions, the systems, and all of the structure of the world that is designed to control the majority of the world. You've only really got no more than 35% of people who you could possibly involve in some degree of change. There is no point trying to convert the 65%. They are hard targets that will not change. You need to look to connect with the low-hanging fruit of the people who are already on your side that you just don't know and haven't found yet, or the people who are fence sitters who don't need that much work to move to your position to some degree. Now, the question is, why can't we just create a revolution, and why can't we just change things? Because people don't have a working, unified, easy strategic structure of what the world is and how it works. But there is one. It's called the Global Public-Private Partnership Model, which lays out in enough detail but enough simplicity the basic structure of the Western power systems that goes from the Bank of International Settlements right at the top, and through central banks that and are considered to be called policy creators, and it goes right down to the bottom of the pyramid where there are the public, and the government is only 2 layers up from the public. Okay, and they are called policy enforcers. Now, without trying to string this out, that model is incredibly useful for anyone to understand and frame every single issue that you all have raised. And you can place your issues into this framework and start to see how what we are in is a very, very heavily constructed, digitally backed panopticon that we are partially forced into, but more and more choose to be in, because we cannot even see the panopticon because it's designed to not be seen. Now, I'll stop here because I could go on and I don't want to. All I would ask of you is that I am working on, and have been for a long time, a kind of a way of trying to an information tool that will help anyone to understand what I'm talking about, so that we can find enough unity with people we can connect to, that we don't have to fight to communicate about the basic changes that we're looking for. So please, I really would like to try to connect by following with any of the speakers who've already spoken, but also Neil, because Neil is somebody who I want to test my product, my idea with. If anybody can please just get Neil to follow me so I can DM him a link when I've finished this thing, and he can pressure test my thinking, that would be all I would want.
We'll ask Neil for you, Iggy.
Brilliant. The last thing is this. What this boils down to is the question of why can't humans revolt against this shitty system? It's because we have deliberately been de-equipped to know what revolution is, right? And why? Because revolution is really change instigated by a sufficient size of community. And community is what has been destroyed in the human race. What unites community? Community is the coming together of humans on enough of an agreed structure. What's that structure? A manifesto, effectively. And I would just leave this word in your mind. Humanifesto. That's what we need. We need a humanifesto that brings us back to community so that we can strive for positive changes for enough of the majority. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Iggy. Right, moving on. Burton Coggles, then Mark Sutherland, and then Alex Ramiro.
Oh, hello, everybody. Iggy, that was incredible. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, all good. Fire away.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I'm just going to say this quickly. I'm a trucker, UK trucker. I'm just going to say this from the ground level, really, I think. I'm a relief trucker. I travel all the way around the UK. I travel to a different place every week, and I travel all the way around the UK. So I get to speak to lots of different people, and I love my job. I live in a van. I can't afford to live in a house anymore. Everything is just too expensive, and so I choose my life the way that it is. But Iggy is absolutely correct. I speak to a lot of people, and the face-to-face contact is imperative. Everything is so digital, and everything is so disconnected in a way that when I go and visit people from face-to-face to different places, I've just been in Truro, and then I've been up in Paisley in Scotland. When you speak to people face-to-face, it is so important because you actually talk to them. about what is going on, and everybody is incredibly disconnected, and everybody knows